Will no movement be the death of Clash Mini? Update 7 features no movement of minis. What are the consequences of this? Will it absolutely destroy Clash Mini as we know it? We're going to get into it right now. The answer to that question is yes. Everything that you know about Clash Mini, throw it away. The game is changing completely. I have been playing on the dev build, and I will tell you this, the game is completely different. Will the game be absolutely destroyed? Yes, but in a good way. And what do I mean by that? I mean by that is it is very interesting. I've been playing versus a lot of other creators on the build, and let me tell you something about the no movement. The no movement is one of those interesting things that you probably look at and you're like, this is not how Clash Mini is supposed to be. Every other game, every other thing, they allow you to move minis freely. It creates strategy. It allows you to think on the fly, but does it? And let me explain. The reason why that all of these games have this, in my opinion, is actually to cater to casuals. And I've been saying this for a while. Clash Mini has a couple of issues. The first issue that Clash Mini has is that it had very mini HP, damage, and everything as far as that is concerned. That is a very big issue inside of Clash Mini, currently inside of the game. Now, with the no movement change that is coming to Clash Mini, there's going to be a ton of balance changes as well. Pretty much every single hero, every single mini is getting changed, but you know, the Frame said it, I think it was yesterday on one of his shorts. He's not going to be giving every balance change out because, well, it is just too much. But don't worry about that. The reason why is because Clash Mini is going to be completely changed, and it's going to be for the better. Clash Mini, no movement. What does this mean? This means a couple of things we've alluded to. The Archer no longer having max range. A lot of other minis probably don't have max range either. Heroes might not have max range as well. There might be some crazy changes that are going to happen in the future and currently inside of the game, which means placement is going to be of the utmost importance, and every single move that you make inside of Clash Mini is going to determine whether you win or whether you lose. So one wrong placement in round number 1, round number 2, unfortunately might cost you the match in the long run. So you are going to have to think 2 to 3 steps like chess in advance in order to win in the next Clash Mini. Is that good? Is that bad? Personally, I think it is very good. You're not going to be able to move your minis once you play them. You're not going to be able to sell them. You're going to be able to put down your minis, and you are going to have to battle it out just like that. Do I think that this change could potentially be a backlash from the community? Well, I feel like the backlash from the community has already happened, and I feel that once they start playing with these new changes, the game will be completely different, and it will have a lot more, I guess you can say, new feeling to it. I know a lot of players, including myself, I've been playing the game for pretty much 2 years now, and everything is kind of stale for me as far as core gameplay is concerned, because every game kind of feels the same. I think, you know, you kind of go up against the same minis, you kind of go up against the same decks, and it's kind of just, you know, very, very repetitive. I think the one thing that this will do is it will kind of make tanks really, you know, staples inside of the game, and then range really have how can I say this? Really have your carries, your tanks, your DPS, and your supports. I feel like this could really be a thing now. I feel like in the past, you know, you kind of had your hard carries. You kind of had your Archer just tearing through everything, your Dark Goblin tearing through everything. You know, you had your Barbarian 2 Elixir, you had your Skeleton King Clash. You know, you had so many different things that were super, super strong. And your World Champion, you know, that just took care of everything. And I think that is what's going to be the #1 change here going forward is that balancing probably is going to become a lot easier, because once you have to place your mini down, you're not going to have to worry about it being super strong, super weak, and so on and so forth. But there is a ton of new things coming inside of Update 7, which I'm super excited for you guys to find out about, and I cannot wait for the sneak peeks and for the update to officially begin. But right now, all I can talk about is the no movement change, which we have talked about on the channel before. And will I think it will kill Clash Mini? I do, but I don't think it will kill the game as far as the game being garbage and thrown away. I think it will kill the old version of Clash Mini that we once held dear, and I think a new Clash Mini that will emerge from this will be a very, very strong game, and it will be a game that each and every single one of you will enjoy more going forward. Now, the worst case scenario here for everybody who's probably listening to this, and everybody who's been playing the game for about a year and a half and probably up in arms about this change, the worst case scenario is this absolutely flops and we have a completely new game to play for the next 3 months.